Hey everyone, I've got a really cool question I want to share with you today. It's from Rafael in Spain, and he says, "Hi Dan, I'm Rafael, I'm Spanish, I'm 35 and I've recently decided to get back to playing guitar. I've left it in the basement for 9 years and I never want to give it up again. My main concern is rhythm. I have a tendency to go all over the place. Just one thing that I'd ask of an experienced teacher such as yourself, it would be how to help me learn rhythm. Cheers, Rafael." Well, Rafael and everybody else, because this is relevant to a lot of people, this rhythm is so important. As you know, it's the core of everything, so it's good to get it really solid. A few real quick pointers I'm going to give you today is to learn a bunch of set strumming patterns, which are basically rhythms themselves, just applied to the guitar. So for instance, a really common strum pattern is this one. A lot of people know that, and it's usually one of the first main ones that people learn. You can play thousands of songs with that strum. So you want to learn that strum pattern. I call that the ultimate strum pattern, and it's played down, down, up, down, up. You play tons of songs with that. Okay, so you want to learn a strum pattern like that, and you want to learn a few of the other core strum patterns like that. Ideally, at least five that you can really go to, 5 that you know inside out, and 5 that you're super comfortable with. And ideally 5, that are popular. Check out the link below to a blog post on my website that I'll teach you how to play that one and 2 others. So that's 3 really useful strum patterns. The other one is the modern strum, and the indie rock or pop rock strum pattern, depends on what your preferences are. Okay, just learn a few different strums like that, and once you've learned about 4 or 5 different strum patterns, what you want to do then is get really comfortable playing them and having the ability to tap your foot to the groove of those strums. Just stick with one chord and just get that foot going, and nod in your head if you need to. Okay, so if we take the ultimate strum, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just have the ability to do that, to get that pulse going. Okay, you can't see my foot, but you can see my head. My head and my foot are doing the same thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the beat there. And you want to be able to do that as an absolute minimum for every strum pattern, whether it's that one or the modern strum. Okay, it's really important that you can get your body all aligned with your hands. Okay, a lot of people, when they tap the foot wants to follow what the hand does, and so the foot's doing a kind of motion like this when the hand's doing this, but the foot just has to keep the steady pulse going, and the hand is often doing something slightly different, but essentially they're grooving to the same pulse. Okay, that can be quite tricky, so that's a key thing to do as well. Next thing to do, if you really want to get good at rhythm, is learn your subdivisions. So learn how to play quarter notes, 8th notes, 16th notes, and then put a drum beat on and just jam those different subdivisions. So a subdivision, your quarter notes are all down strums, 8th notes are your down ups, so it's double the speed of quarter notes, and then you got 16th notes, which is double the speed of 8th notes. A really great rhythm exercise is to combine them all. But doing it to a drum beat, and you can change chords, you can keep it on one chord. Check out the other video below in the links in the comments on the subdivision game and how to play that. That's a really cool one as well. And those are the basic primers I get people started off with. There's a lot more complicated things you can do, a lot more advanced things, but that is, for me, one of the best ways just to get started with playing rhythm. Learn those core strumming patterns, listen for the regularity of these strumming patterns in songs you hear. You'll often hear different rhythms in different songs, and then you'll often, if you spot that rhythm, you'll often hear it in another song later on. Particularly if you listen to the radio. Radio-friendly music tends to have very similar rhythms. So put a popular radio station on. Listen to those rhythms and try and spot them. One of the other big things you can do as well, And this is a really cool little game called the radio game, and it's just when you put the radio on and you just sit there, you're at work, you haven't got no guitar with you, but all you do is try and tap out the beats that you're hearing on the radio. So for instance, like that might be the groove to the song. Basically you're just trying to tap out that groove, and you should get into that groove. And the more you do that with different grooves, the more you're picking up and more you're understanding rhythm, the more you're getting it ingrained into your head. It can be a real simple rhythm, something like, and you basically just want to copy the rhythm, whatever the rhythm is in that song, whether it's a drummer really focusing on the rhythm with his drum fills, whether it's a guitarist playing a core rhythm, whether it's a bass rhythm that really catches your ear. Whatever the primary rhythm is that you hear, just try and tap it along with the song, and use one hand, use two hands if you want to, if it's a bit quick, and start doing that. Because the people who can sit there and actually tap out beats, I've got a friend who's not a musician, but he's actually got a very good sense of rhythm, simply because he's got this weird thing where every time he hears a song, he has to tap out the beat. And it's kind of very irritating to his girlfriend. She always moans about it, and it's like, stop that tapping, and all that sort of thing you hear. Okay, that's a really bad impression if she's watching. I'm not going to say any names, just in case she'll kill me for that. But basically, he's got this annoying little tick where he's got to tap out the beats to the songs, and I just know his rhythm skills are really good. If he was to learn guitar, he's had a dabble at it. If he was to learn it properly, he would apply those rhythmic skills to the guitar pretty quick. And he's not a drummer or anything, so that's a really cool little thing you can do, is tap out the beats and start trying to do that for most songs you hear, just here and there. Just you don't always need a guitar to practice playing the guitar. That's one of my rules, and particularly with rhythm. If you want to do the radio game and tap your foot to the pulse as well, that's even better, because then you're super ingraining it all. You're getting it really, really cool. Right, that's enough there with that. So you basically learn your core strumming patterns, 4 or 5 of those. You can check them out in the link below. You want to be able to tap your foot. You want to be able to get your body into the pulse, into the groove of the music. You want to be able to play your subdivisions and your subdivision game, and ideally with a drum beat or a metronome if you want to, but drum beats are more fun. And then play the radio game, just tap out beats every time you hear them. Those things will supercharge your rhythm playing. They'll make a big difference to your overall guitar playing and your natural sense of rhythm. Because you might not have a natural sense of rhythm, nobody does, nobody's born with it, but you play all these games and do these little things, then you'll definitely trick people into thinking, oh, he's a natural, she's a natural, and that's what you want. You want to be seen, and you want to feel like a natural guitarist. And having great rhythm just makes you seem like a natural musician, which is the best way, and that's what we want. Right, I hope that helped, and for Raphael and everybody else out there, apply what you've learned and have some fun. Right, I'll see you in a video soon. Ask your questions below, I'll answer the best ones and the most interesting ones. Right, see you again, cheers, bye bye.